YouTube, what is going on? We're back with another Two-Tone Sports review of CBS's 2023 NFL mock drafts. As you can see in the title, 3 teams trade up for QB, and the Bears slide back. Ravens add the eventual heir to Lamar Jackson. This one is by Kyle Stackpole. Yes, I'm not making that up. That is his name. Kyle Stackpoles right here. Um, so, as we're going to get into this one, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and let's get into it. So, before we get into this, we're going to scroll down and we're going to see the Bears make 2 trades here. So, first pick and second pick. Okay. We're going to scroll back up here to see what they were for. So the Texans get the number 1 overall pick. The Bears get the number 2 overall pick. Their 23 second round pick and fourth round pick and a 2024 second round pick. That's a nice trade, but then they turn around and trade number 2 as well. You get the fourth, the 23 third round, fourth round, and 24 second round. That's insane. You guys are going to have still a top 5 first round pick. You're going to have 2 second round picks. Well, 1 because I think you guys got rid of it. You could have 2, I don't remember. But the big one is next year, you're going to have 3 second round picks next year. That's insane. You can easily trade those and move back up early in the first round. That's crazy draft capital. Wow. Look at this. That's insane. All right. So first overall pick, we go Bryce Young. Texans are moving up. You could thank Big Lovey Smith for that one. He's kind of screwed you guys out of that first pick, but we're not going to go there. So they get your QB, the future. He's got everything besides size. But other than that, Bryce Young is an all-around QB. He's got the vision. He's got the accuracy. I love it. Great pick. Great offense. Great system he's going to be going into. It's going to be necessary. So, Will Levis at number 2. That's interesting. They like him over C.J. Stroud. Let's see why. So the Colts move up to 2. We already heard what they gave up. They need a franchise QB in the worst way, and they fall in love with Big Will, despite a frustrating season due to if you guys don't know what that word means, it means bad. It's not. They did not have a good offensive line, Kentucky. Okay? Lackluster skill players and him being banged up. He has the skill set. He does. He needs to be a little bit more patient. But look at the size on him compared to Bryce. 6'3", 232. Bryce, 6 foot 194. Bryce is going to put on a little bit of weight, but he ain't going to put on height. It's a good size for QB. Now you got J.J. Watt's replacement of Will Anderson. This is what they're going to do. They're going to go Will or Jalen, depending if the Bears are going to move. In this situation, they do. Getting Will Anderson at 3 is a steal. He'll immediately upgrade a defense that lost a future Hall of Famer, my opinion. JJ's first ballot Hall of Fame. No doubt in my mind. Dude was sick. Awesome highlights. Moving on to pick 4. After getting a shit ton of draft capital, you guys still get Jalen Carter. Come on. Equipped with a plethora of draft capital. From trading back, they also add defensive force Jalen Carter, who might have been the best player on Georgia's historically great defense in 21. And that unit had 5 first-round picks. Jalen Carter is awesome. He's got great size, 6'3", 300 pounds, can play anywhere on that line. It's a great pick. It's what they need to do. If you're a Panthers fan, man, This is sick. This is sick. I just realized you guys are traded up here. I really want to see what you guys gave up. It should be down around pick 9 where you guys are. So, with the best two defensive prospects off the board, Geno Smith is set to remain their QB. They're going to trade back here. Um, this provides Frank Wright with a young QB he never had in Indy. CJ Stroud's another guy, 6'3", 218. You're probably going to want to see him put a little bit more meat on his bones, but this is a great pick. If you saw him against Georgia in the playoffs, you know exactly why a team will trade up for him. He was great under pressure. He threw some great balls. He's got a cannon. He's athletic. His accuracy is there. I love him. I think he's going to be good in the next level. Miles Murphy. Miles Murphy going to the Lions over Tyree Wilson is interesting. I like it, but we're going to see why here. So, the Lions have a bigger need in the secondary than along defensive front. So they fall in love with cornerback throughout the draft process, but probably too early to pick him here. They take the best prospect, Miles Murphy. His physical traits and versatility will pair with the 2022 Aiden Hutchinson. Yeah, those two on the bookends, that's going to be sick on the defensive line. That's really cool. That's a really solid front. And realistically, you can get your corner later on. You could even grab him in the second round if you have a high pick. Like, you really could. Paris Johnson Jr. to the Raiders. Raiders are exploring trade options for Derek Carr. They're probably going to end up releasing him. Okay. I guess as a veteran will probably come in. Las Vegas adds protection for his future signal caller in the form of Paris Johnson, who was dominant at left tackle for the Buckeyes this season. He was awesome. He could play tackle. He could play guard, as you can see right here. That's where he moved up to, or he moved during the season. 6'6", 310. Dude's an absolute unit. I agree. No matter who you bring in, you're going to have somebody on that front line. This is a move that needs to happen. Tyree Wilson, once again, who doesn't have him going to Atlanta? Guy 6'6", 275, freaking nature. Okay? They ranked last in the NFL in sack percentage in 22, which was actually better than their 21 percentage. Tyree Wilson, who had a combined 27.5 tackles for loss, 14 sacks in the past two seasons at Texas Tech. That's great stats. That's great numbers, especially coming out of Texas Tech. They're not a massive school. They're a known school, but those numbers are incredible. He's got great size. He's bendy. He just plays a little high at 6'6", but what do you expect for 6'6"? They need it. They need to help. They need to help that defensive line. Whoa. Okay, so we had Seattle moving back here to 9. They're going to grab Jordan Addison. So, unfortunately for the Seahawks, trading down was unkind to them with edge rusher Miles Murphy and Wilson being off the board. Instead, they go wide receiver at 9, which may be a little bit rich for the position, but Addison will be a strong number 3 for Geno in the short term with Lockett and Metcalf. Those three receivers that's a hell of a unit. You also have Noah Fant at tight end. I mean, that's a good offense. You got, what do you call it, in the backfield? Dude, that's an all-around offense, and it gives Geno another chance. You got Kenneth Walker in the backfield. Gives Geno a chance to really be solid. Pick 10. I would love to see the Eagles trade out of this. This probably is going to be corner. So, Joey Porter. This is crazy. I love this Joey Porter pick. Um, I think he's a hell of a utility player. I think he can really play anywhere in that secondary. He's going to struggle at safety if he does, but he's a corner. He's a corner all around. James Bradbury is supposed to be a free agent. Um, I believe Darius Slay is supposed to be a free agent the following year. Younger, cheaper alternative. Joey Porter went to Penn State. That's He's going to play very similar to his father with the aggression, and I love him. I think he's going to be a star in the league. He really is, and to be honest, he's going to fit perfect on that Eagles defense. I also just realized that I am getting in the way here a little bit, so we're going to fix that. My apologies. You got Peter Skoronski going to the Tennessee Titans. I have this in a lot of mock drafts as well. Um, they need line. They need line. They rely on Derrick Henry. They still have Tannehill. He was hurt. If you want Willis to develop, you need to do that. If you want Dobbs to develop, I believe his name was. Guess what? You can't do any of that. You can't run the ball. You can't develop a QB. You can't keep a QB healthy without offensive line. 6'4", 315. Dude's crazy. CBSSports.com, top-rated offensive lineman, has the ability to play anywhere but center. He will be solid whenever he lines up in Tennessee. He's going to replace Taylor Lewan. Taylor Lewan's out the door. He's too expensive. Once again, franchise move. Love it. Quentin Johnston. Pairing Quentin Johnston, potentially the number one wide receiver in this class. Bryce Young would immediately provide this offense with some firepower, especially with running back Dameon Pierce coming off of an impressive rookie campaign. Not only would opposing defensive backs have to keep up with Johnston, but they have to deal with a 6'4", 215 frame in the air. That's the thing about this kid. He's all around. He's not going to play the slot. It's just not going to be a thing for him. He has the speed to. His route running is good. It's not there yet. It needs a little bit more work. He has a little bit of drops this season, but dude's got blazing speed at 6'4". His 50-50 ball is incredible. He kind of reminds me of Mike Williams. Love him. And it's what a great setup he's going to have there pairing with Bryce Young. That's awesome. That gives Bryce comfortable feeling coming into the league. Jets, Broderick Jones. I love Broderick. 6'4", 310. Big boy. Big boy. Joe Douglas has done an admirable job investing resources in their offensive line, but due to mostly injuries and some underperformances, it's still a big position in need. Broderick Jones has the frame and the athletic skill set to adequately protect whichever veteran QB is under the center in 2023. There's rumors they're going to bring in Carr. There's rumors they may make a move for Garoppolo. They may make a move for Rodgers. Doesn't matter if they hold this pick. It's going to be very similar to what I said to the Titans. You ain't going to do nothing. You're going to get nothing done. She doesn't understand, but I do. You're not going to do anything without an offensive line. Simple. Love the move. Devon Witherspoon, man, he's been flying up some boards. Patriots drafted two defensive backs last year, Marcus Jones and Jack Jones. They're good. Both performed well as rookies. Still, New England could really use a lockdown corner to deal with high-flying Bills and Dolphins offenses within its division. I agree, but I don't think it's your biggest need. I don't. I get you don't go receiver here because Johnston and Addison's off the board, but I don't think this is your biggest need. I don't. So Witherspoon, coming from one of the best defenses in all of college football, has the fundamentals, physicality, and instincts to thrive in Bill Belichick's secondary. I agree with that. He definitely has all the instincts and everything to thrive in that secondary, but I don't think it's their biggest need. I don't. They clearly know what they're doing drafting third and fourth round corners. I don't know if you use pick 14 here. Michael Mayer. Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love, doesn't matter. Whoever's under center for Green Bay in 2023 would benefit from Michael Mayer's blocking, reliable hands, and ability to get open in one of the biggest moments. Open in the biggest moment. Okay. He'd be an immediate upgrade over impending free agent Robert Tonyan. I hate how they don't give Mercedes Lewis credit, man. Jeez, Michael Mayer's awesome. He's a big guy. He needs a little bit more length, but he's got gorgeous hands. His route running's okay. He just knows how to box people out, and he's going to make a QB look good. Great move for Green Bay. Yeah, Washington's getting Christian Gonzalez. I'm seeing this a lot. I love Gonzalez. Reports out of Mobile, Alabama, that general manager Martin Mayhew has been looking at a lot of offensive linemen during the Senior Bowl practices. However, with some of the top prospects at that position already gone, only 2 cornerbacks off the board, the Commanders boost their defense with Christian Gonzalez, whose playmaking ability at Oregon will give Washington another ball hawk in their secondary. That's exactly what this kid is. He's in every single play. He's rarely out of position. He's a little aggressive. He's a ball hawk. This kid's a player. Watch his tape. I watched Oregon all year. I watched Rutgers all year. I watched Georgia all year. I'm from Jersey. That's why I watched Rutgers. I have season tickets. If anyone wants to meet up, let me know. But, man, these teams are sick. And Christian Gonzalez, you barely heard his name because people didn't really throw at him, and that's why. I agree with the pick. Big Brian going to Pittsburgh. I love this. 6'5", 305, number one high school player in the country a couple years ago. He's as everything that you want in interior disruptor. Oganobi, if that's how you say his name, is supposed to be a free agent. Cam Hayward entering. Cam Hayward's old. He's getting old. 13th season. He's going to retire Steelers. The dude's sick. He's mean. Cam Hayward. And guess what? You're going to bring up somebody like Brian Brees in as well. I like this. I think you got a bigger issue, though, and that's your offensive line. Anton Harrison's still there. I know Broderick went. Skronsky went. And Paris Johnson went. I don't know. Maybe I get it because of value, but I get it. In assuming the draft plays out this way, I understand the pick. So, Cam Smith to the Lions. You didn't use your top pick on it. I agree with that. And you got Cam Smith on the back end. Love it. Lions played better in the second half of the season. Cam Smith could develop into a shutdown corner that Detroit lacks, as his length and instincts will translate well to the next level. I think it's a great pick. I think you're going defensive line to pair him with Hutchinson, and now you're going defense again and Cam Smith on the back end. Something that you should really see a difference in that defense. Their offense is really good. You're bringing back the Pokemon Master Jamal Williams. I'm telling you that right now. And I like it. Drew Sanders, quiet 2 seasons at Alabama. Drew gave his way to first team All-American campaign, lining up all over the field. Sanders stuffed the stat sheet. Won 103 tackles, 13.5 for loss, 9.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and interception. It's crazy. 33-year-old stat stuffer Vontae David set to hit free agency. Sanders would be a logical replacement. He would be the replacement. 6'5", 233. I did not realize he was that tall. Damn. Don't crucify me. I think he's a little overrated, but he's definitely going to be that utility linebacker. I don't think he's. I think he needs to put on a little bit more weight for 6'5". I know he flies all over. I like him. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's deserving of pick 19. I like Trenton Simpson over him. So, but I like it. I understand the pick. Oh, there's somebody I love. Lucas Van Ness, 6'5", 275. Seattle needs to beef up their defensive front. Lucas Van Ness is going to absolutely do that. Versatility to play inside or outside. Explosiveness to make plays as run stopper and pass rusher. Love this. Love this, love this, love this. Dude's a dog. Out of Iowa, I mean, they've been producing great, great players, Iowa. Every single player that comes out for them has an absolute motor, and here's another one. I agree with this. You got your absolute weapon of an offense. Now you're going to shore up your defense. I agree with the pick, Seattle. All right, now we're going on to my Chargers. Who we doing? Whoa, I like it. I like it. So here's why, without even reading this, I'm going to tell you why I like Darnell Washington. First off, right there, 6'7", 270. You know what that means? Dude's a freaking tower running a route. He may not have the crispest routes, but do you really need it at 6'7"? Okay, and 270, he could put his hand in the dirt and be another tackle. So let's read what they have to say here. It's always ideal to surround Justin Herbert with as many weapons as possible. Darnell Washington, you get that, plus being able to open up holes for Austin Eckler in the run game. Dude's unbelievable. Yes, doesn't have the greatest route tree, doesn't have the greatest speed. He's aggressive after the catch, I will say that, but 6'7", can move, catch, and put his hand in the dirt and block. I agree with this. I think you need to do this. Trey McKitty's terrible. Gerald Everett is good. Don't get me wrong. He was better than good this year. I appreciated him. Donald Parham, he's on his way out. He's constantly hurt. This totally replaces that. And guess what? You bring this boy in. If you got Trey Pipkins, say he comes back, somebody gets hurt again, there's another tackle. Like, this is crazy. Great pick. Necessary. Woo! There he is. There's the replacement. Lamar Jackson is supposed to be tagged. He's not going to be happy with that. Does Jackson want to stay? In this scenario, Baltimore uses the franchise tag while drafting his eventual replacement in Anthony Richardson. They're similar players, and who better for Richardson to learn from one of the best running quarterbacks in NFL history. They are very, very similar. I think Lamar's throwing ability was better coming out than Richardson's, but athletically wise, they're crazy. They're both crazy good. Crazy good. I love this. This would be the perfect match for Richardson, and I just think it's going to be necessary. I think this is necessary. I don't think Lamar is happy. I think if they franchise tag him, you're putting a real bad taste in his mouth. Ain't going to be pretty. But fits that offense perfectly. Keely. Okay, Keely to the Vikings. Love this. Vikings must address their pass defense. I mean, Pat Pete sucked. He's going to free agent. He was not good. I will continue to say that. Keely Ringo's size, length, and speed overshadow his lackluster interception total. Nobody cares about that as long as he's in the play. Although he did combine for 15 pass breakups in that span, he has the traits to end up as one of the best corners in this draft. 6'2", 210. Kid flies, great length. He's always in the play. He's been burnt a little bad here and there. What corner hasn't? I think at pick 23, this is great value for him, and he's a dire need for Minnesota. You got picked apart by the Giants, who didn't really have a receiving core. Nothing against the Giants, but come on. Pat Pete looks lost. He's going to be a free agent. It is what it is. Saxonville, baby. Sika. Oh, love Sika. Siki Ika, not Sika. 6'4", 358. A little heavy. He's going to have to drop some weight. So several Jaguars defensive linemen are set to become free agents. They have to play Taylor and Henry and Pierce twice per season. Did not take that into accountability there or consideration. Yeah, this dude's going to be a run stuffer. You're going to have to double team him. He needs to drop a little bit of weight, get his stamina up, and honestly get his motor up, and he's going to be a freak. Him on that defense is going to be so cool to watch. He's going to be from Baylor going to Florida is going to be awesome for him. I think he's going to be a great player. He's similar to Jordan Davis, not as athletically gifted, but he's going to play the same role as Jordan Davis did. So, last year for the Eagles. Giants, you get your receiver, Jackson Smith and Jigba, 6'1", 200 pounds. It's looking more and more like Giants and Daniel Jones are going to agree to some sort of extension. To truly know if he's a franchise QB, you got to surround him with some high caliber skill players. Jackson Smith and Jigba, who may have been the number one wide receiver prospect if he didn't get hurt. Yes, he had the ability to. I'm not putting him over Quentin Johnston, but they're different type of receivers. I love this pick for them. I think this is great value at 25. Realistically, they would probably... Is he there? I'm going to say 50-50 shot. If he is, you know they're taking him. I love it. Jalen Hyatt to the Cowboys. That's interesting. Because if Njigba doesn't go to the Giants, they're going to take, if he's not there, they're going to take Hyatt. By the way, shout out to my boy Ian, Giants fans, also Ohio State fan. He's going to love that pick. Um, Jalen Hyatt, they made some head scratching moves in the wide receiver department. First, they shipped away Cooper for 5th round and 6th round. Yeah, a little weird. They gave Gallup a weird extension. CeeDee Lamb is very good. Jalen Hyatt, who ranked top 15 in the nation for yards per reception. I mean, you're also giving Hendon Hooker some credit there. He was a beast. But this is going to change their offense. This is definitely going to change their offense. CeeDee Lamb is going to be that route runner, still explosive guy. This kid's going to take the top off. Let's see what Dak's really got. Let's give him a chance. Love Jalen Hyatt. Brian Branch, this is what they need. I love this. Love this for the Bills, baby. Brian Branch can be that utility secondary player. He can be in the slot. He can line up over top. So Jordan Poyer will be 32 by the start of next season. So if they want to let him walk, to be honest with you, I don't blame him. And yeah, Brian Branch would be a viable replacement. He did everything. I love it. Osiris Torrance to the Saints. I get this. They need offensive line. Richardson's gone. All QBs are gone. You can get like Tanner McKee. Honestly, I like Hendon Hooker here. I know you guys are going to call it a reach, but he looked good. I know he's old, but come on. Who cares? Welcome to the first round, Saints. They're for trading Sean Payton. Osiris Torrance is going to go there. Torrance was a standout of Florida after transferring from Louisiana. And there's good reason to believe he'll continue to do that and improve at the NFL level. 6'5", 347. The dude's going to be one of the best guards in the country. Give him 3 years. You know what? Mark my words. Give Osiris Torrance 4 years and everybody will know his name. Everybody will know his name. He'll be an All-Pro. That's how strong I feel about him. Bijan to Cincinnati. It's unclear what's going to happen with Joe Mixon after being charged with aggravated menacing and backup Samaje Perine supposed to be a free agent. Okay, the charges were dropped. I think I'm doing this a day late. Charges were dropped. We'll continue. The rich get richer. The high-octane Bengals offense, adding Bijan, the best running back prospect since Saquon Barkley. I agree with that. Bijan's crazy prospect. He's an all-around running back. He's very good. Don't think this is a need. Think they either can go defense or offensive line. I get why he did it with the Joe Mixon move, but I don't think he goes there. KC going Antonio Johnson. Chiefs defense has held up this season with a lot of rookies, but it still needs upgrades. Johnson is a downhill bruiser who can also cover and be a deep safety or in the slot. This kid's all over. I would like to see him put on a little bit more weight, but I love his tape. As a Chargers fan, I would hate him going there because he's going to do very well. But kid's legit. Kid's legit. Let's end this one off. Pick 31. Eagles going Big Jahmyr Gibbs. Interesting. 5'11", 200 pounds. This will be a slam dunk for the Eagles. Miles Sanders walk. Replace him with the do-it-all running back in Jahmyr. He's kind of similar to Sanders, to be honest. He's going to struggle going between tackles a little bit because of size, but pass catching, he ain't getting better out of the draft. I think he's got a little bit better hands than Bijan. Bijan has better moves than him, but I understand this. Not sure if it's your biggest need at this point. I forget who you drafted up at 10. Yeah, you guys got Joey Porter. I would understand an edge here more, especially with like BJ Ojulari still on the board, and like Felix Nduki-Uzama. But I get it. I just don't know if it's your biggest need. So, with that being said, guys, we are going to wrap this up. Check out the rebranding we did on the channel. Send the channel out to your boys. We're only just getting started. We're 3 weeks in. Just broke 100 subscribers. Thank you to all the fans and supporters Just wanted to leave that there. So, that being said, thank you for watching. Please hit that subscribe button. It's over there. Um, and yeah, thank you for watching. And as always, showing love is free on YouTube. Thank you.